So you passed the phone screen interview and you're prepared, so you nailed the main interview and you're feeling pretty smooth. But then you get asked some hardball questions like, what is your greatest weakness? Now, if you're thinking about pulling out the old standby by saying, well, I'm a perfectionist, I just can't stop getting better, you may wish to reconsider.
How many times do you hear strengths, I'm a perfectionist, weakness, I'm a perfectionist? It makes me want to shoot myself.
Welcome back, XDA crowd, and today we talk about job interview questions that make you sweat. The toughest job interview questions to prepare for. Here we go.
What I say is things like that have to be tangible, right? So a strength could be, you know what, you're looking for an HRIS person. I'm really good on HRIS. This is what I've done, these are the reports I've created, this is the money I've saved, this is the ability to make strategic business decisions from the reports I generated. So the strengths piece is okay. The weakness piece is hilarious to me, and it's such a simple fix. All you need to do is pick something that you know they are looking for that you know you don't have. So you are a recruitment firm specialising in, or you're looking for an IT recruiter, and I've done some IT recruitment but I haven't done an awful lot. So when I'm asked about a weakness, well, you know, I've done some IT recruitment but not an awful lot, so my weakness would be that I don't have the depth in that area. However, my enthusiasm, tenacity, my passion is in IT recruitment. That's what I want to do, and I'm quite confident that I can turn that from a weakness into a strength. Make your weaknesses tangible.
So although I agree with what Rachel Finan says from Hayes Recruiting, I think we can take this question one step further. So yes, you want to identify a genuine weakness that you have that's not a core competency to the job. And then you not only express what that weakness is, but you demonstrate your awareness of it and tell us what you're currently doing to rectify that weakness into a strength. So if I, for example, were a junior Java developer or applying for such a role, I might say something like this. So I came to understand that as I became a more clever developer, that clever coding didn't necessarily make for the most modular or maintainable code for a developer 3 years from now who has to edit or maintain my code. So I identified that what I really needed to do is become much more active on GitHub, develop or collaborate with as many other Java developers as I could, and really learn through empirical evidence what it takes to write easily maintainable modular code that's easy for a developer to understand who I may never work with. And that really, over time, is strengthening my ability to write that kind of modular maintainable code. Well, sometimes he didn't really know what he was doing, and most of the time he wasn't really prepared, and he whoa, red flag, big time. You've just demonstrated that you lack loyalty and tact and class, and you've most likely just gotten the boot. But I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Jayce, what if my previous employer was a real dick? Do I lie? Do I say he was a paragon of wisdom? Well, no, I don't think you have to. You could say something like this. So although my previous supervisor was new to his job and there was a period of transition for the entire team, eventually we learned to fill in each other's blind spots. For example, in the beginning, he was not happy with the way that I documented my work. And to be fair, I really did need to improve on that area. So I asked him if he could show me the way that he documents. And over time, I learned how to do it much better. And now my documentation skills are excellent. Or you could try this if it's a bit more suitable for you. My previous supervisor in the beginning was under a lot of strain and demands. And if there were moments of time where things were becoming a bit too emotional for her, I tried to identify those needs and fill in areas where I was particularly strong, like QA testing or communicating with difficult or demanding clients. So the idea here is to demonstrate that you have an understanding, compassionate nature. Even if you think your supervisor or previous employer didn't deserve it, that's not the point. You want to demonstrate to your interviewer or hiring manager that you know what it means to empathize, to be compassionate, and work as a team player, and not be consumed with bitterness and regret and all those kinds of things, because it really doesn't wash, especially in a job interview. It's going to be a huge big red flag. So this one is a biggie, and if you've had 10 years in the workforce, you've probably been fired once. I know I've been fired once, and it's a question you really need to prepare for. So like all these questions, you want to demonstrate that yes, there was a problem or a difficulty, you identified it, and here's what you did to learn from it. And finally, here is why this won't happen again. That's pretty much the formula you need for all these answers. My particular examples may not be applicable to you, but here's some examples that may help you if you've been fired. Yes, in fact, I believe that being fired from X company was in fact a blessing in disguise. I was so eager to please and achieve early on in that position that I didn't seek the training and mentorship that I really should have. So when the full weight of the demands of that job came bearing down, I just wasn't prepared, and it showed. So now I understand that I really need to put my ego in check and seek all the help and advice that I need to be thoroughly prepared for the position. In addition, I have a number of references from other employers that can demonstrate that this was an isolated incident, and I really do know how to work well as a team and meet the demands of my employer.